Sorry, I'm trying to look at the controls. They're a little bit different, but just trying to figure out how to pull up the over map. And I want to go here first. Let's go ahead. So obviously, like typically any RPG, you want to go to town to get better equipment. And it says deliver items and station guards. So you can actually do, once you liberate a town or a city or a port like that, you can actually station some of your troops there to basically defend it and keep it guarded from attack. That'll actually give you a lot of bonuses. The guards will also sometimes give you items or gifts that you can use in the game. You can also do delivery missions for the town, which will help improve the town. Plus, another aspect of the game is once you save these towns, you have to also, or villages, cities, ports, harbors, stuff like that. You're going to actually want to do missions for that town, which are usually deliveries, and those are going to improve the town. And you'll see it actually physically change on the map as it gets better. And then once the town is fully built, you usually unlock something special. So, for instance, with this one as a port or harbor, ports and harbors are also very important to build up because once you do so, they can usually have a special option to send you to an island nearby that usually has, rare loot. So that's something to keep in mind. So as you can see here, as an example for the harbor, there's a board ship option that will unlock later on once the harbor is completely restored. So as you can see, deliveries here. Yeah, making deliveries to towns will help rebuild lands that were devastated under Zenorian rule. The requisite materials can be gathered from foraging sites in various regions of the overworld. So yeah, usually you can find the items just around the world, and then once you do so, you can bring it back to them and rebuild the town. So for example, this one needs 3 Corvia herbs. I don't have any yet, but once I find them, I can bring them back, and I'll get those rewards on the right. Provisioner is basically your item shop, and then of course I'm going to go here to get some new weapons.
If it's steel you're after, you're in the right place.
So every shop is going to, every blacksmith, for instance, is going to have, basic materials. They're obviously going to go up, as usual for any RPG. As you go through the game, there's going to be better stuff being sold. But usually every shop also has very special gear that you can only get from that shop. So as you can see, the main things here are the recruit weapons, which are the very basic weapons. But there's also a runic sword and a unwavering spear. Now the unwavering spear is only 3,000, so it's not too much expensive. It's not too expensive in comparison. But as you can see, the runic sword, there's no way I'm going to afford that for a while. But later on, I can come back and get that. That's going to be really good for a paladin. You can also compare stats with, for example, this one's Square on the PlayStation, so it'll show who will be able to benefit from that and how their stats will grow. As you can see also on the far right, for certain weapons will also give you additional skills. So for instance, this one, Unwavering Spear, will give you True Thrust skill, which you can then slide across the sea, which is attack all enemies with the Piercing Strike. And if it says hit rate true, that means it'll always hit, it'll never miss. So that's actually a really good weapon. I actually purchased that for Chloe. Let me see.
Done and done.
Everybody else, I want to get regular. Well, I'm going to get 2 things.
Done and done. Done and done. Careful. You walk out, and it's gone forever. Be seeing ya.
Here to shop? Or maybe to sell? Just say the word and it's yours.
So usually these are the bottom. If you see the gift item, those are items that you can give to your fellow units, usually when they're stationed as guards, and it'll kind of help increase your affinity with that unit. Because you can get married in this game. It's a heads up. You can get married in this game, and whichever character you choose to marry in the game, they will also get bonuses when they get the Ring of the Maiden, when you find that later in the game. And those bonuses are huge, so obviously that's the character that you're going to pick as your wife, so whatever character that you do pick, they will get the Ring of the Maiden. And obviously, there's obviously a lot of cutscenes and stuff with that. So that's something also that you want to plan out. I would definitely do my research so you know what characters are possible so you don't miss out. You're going to be building affinity with your units anyway throughout the game, but I would definitely do my research ahead of time. Not like that to be spoiled in terms of like, I wonder what characters, are going to come out and ruin it for yourself, but just to give you a heads up, so especially when you plan that for that, you pick the waifu of your choice. Because you can only do it once. It's not like in other games that you can back out and pick someone else. You can only pick one once in this game. Let's see, I've got tonic. Another tip is that a lot of these, like the smoked nuts, and then later on, I think there's like a steak. There's another food item that you can eat that will restore a lot of stamina. Those are huge. Because there's plenty of times in battle where you're like, you don't have the time or you don't have the location to rest. So having these is huge in the game. I would always have at least some recovery items like this that'll restore your stamina. Because there's times, for instance, that you get screwed. Like your one unit gets in a fight with 3 or 4 characters in a row because they get swarmed, and the next thing you know, now they have no stamina, and then another unit's going to get ready to attack them. So you need to get them, some stamina, or else they're going to be jumped and get first strike right through oblivion. So I've already got. Oh, no, I don't have any one. Let me get that.
Thank you very much.
All right, I think that's all I'm going to get for now. So Resistance 2, you'll see that you have a certain level of renown. That renown is an overall rank for your entire army. Once you get that renown up to different level ranks, you will unlock different things. I'm trying to remember what exactly it was. I think it's like, you have to have a certain level of renown also to unlock a certain number of character slots in terms of like the how many teams you can have, how many different units you can unlock, as well as other things in the game. There's certain areas that only unlock once you have a certain renown, and so it's very important to do that. There we go. Now we can look at the world map. So in my previous playthrough, I liberated. So you won't be able to liberate obviously the main area, the central area here around the castle. That's gonna be saved till the end of the game when you actually go and face Galerius. But you can liberate kind of all of this around Cornea, which is good. It's kind of your first area. Then later on you go to Dragonhold. Or no, later on you go to, I think you have to decide, either you go to Elheim or Dragonhold first. I went to Elheim. I would highly suggest it. It's a lot easier, I feel, than if you go to Dragonhold. And you can get a lot of really cool characters because you get a lot of good mages over in Elfheim. And you're going to need those because when you go to Dragonhold, obviously there are some dragon flying units which you will need that magic to really help you out, because dragons are only weak. Dragon riding units are mostly weak to magic and archers. Those mages are really going to help. So I would go to Elfheim first, then Dragonhold, then Bastorius. I think that's where I was at in my last playthrough on the Switch. I was in Bastorius. So I didn't make it to Albion yet. I think that's the last area before you come back to Cornea. But yeah, you start off here in Cornea and try to have to liberate like everywhere around the capital. Oh, that's what I need right here. Oh, also, so for instance, if you see here, the Overlord Harbor only has 1 star. So that means you can only, so I can do as many deliveries as I want because I'm going to get rewards on the right. But the number of stars determines how many times you have to do deliveries to repair and basically, grow that area back to where it was once was. So over at Harbor, I only had to do that 1 delivery, and now they're good to go. Which means now I can station a guard and also board a ship. And I will board a ship, but not yet. Alright. So those divine shard that I just get, those divine shards you can be used later to trade with like an angelic character that she'll give you like rare rewards from, which will be later in the game. So these chapels, you want to go to them every time you see them on the map. There's usually rare rewards inside. Yeah, usually a lot of times you can find this hallowed born ash, which is huge because you can use it to revive revive a teammate or recover valor points, which are very, very valuable in the game. So let me see, where is... So as you can see, this is going to be where your character's at. These are forts that are already liberated. When you see these home icons, those are areas that you can fast travel. You can fast travel to all these icons, but these are obviously towns. If you see a black icon like this, that means that's an area that is controlled that you have to liberate. That's where you have to go. So, as you can see, you kind of get a lay of the land over here where they're at. I'm not going to fight them right now. I will, but not yet. All these guys here have side quests, which I will do, but also same thing, not yet. I'm just going to explore. So when you see these, you can battle these guys for experience. But you don't have to. That's just if you want to test out different units and get some experience. So for instance, Joseph, he's giving you advice basically that don't go further north because those are going to be much harder enemies. Because as you can see, they have mages, and then for that one, I believe that's a Dark Knight. So yeah, I definitely would not be fighting him right now. So these bridges, you'll see a lot of them throughout the game that they're going to help open up new areas or open up areas that makes it easier to travel to instead of going all the way around. You'll need a mason, which you can find in the game. I think there's at least 2 or 3 of them that you can recruit in the game. One was actually in that area to the southwest, in that black town on the map. Once you get them and you have the right materials, it'll be either like stone or wood, then you can repair the bridge and cross. Oh yeah, I have enough to expand. Let me see which one. Alright, now I'm going to remove... No, not that one. Now I'm going to move Podrick over there, and that'll just help Lex's survivability. Because Lex has better movement than Hodrick, but now Hodrick will be there to help defend Lex, so Lex won't get beat up too much. And now I'll add Aubin over here. Have a little more firepower. Yeah, some of these are kind of like tutorial quests where they just teach you what's going on. Lex.
Just leave it to Lex.
In service of the crown.
Tempered in the cruel flames of war.
That's a key thing to note too. When you station a guard, you don't have to worry about that you're leaving a unit behind that you can't use anymore. No, you station a guard. That's just kind of like what their job is, like off duty, when you're not playing the story or going into battle. So always station a guard at every town that you meet, so that way you can continue to get extra funds and extra resources that you're going to need throughout the journey. So here, I think I'll just station Aubin since he was over here earlier.
On it, boss.
I could give him a gift, but I only have cut flowers. I'm not going to give flowers to him. That's crazy. So I forgot, once you have enough renown, you can also hire mercenaries, which is really good because you can use them to kind of help support, kind of fill in those holes in your team, especially when you haven't unlocked a story character that fits that role. And every fort has a very specific type of units that you can recruit. So some might have, for instance, archers and mages. Someone, if you go to the Dragonhold area, you might be able to recruit dragon knights and other types of warriors, gladiators, stuff like that. So once you hire a unit too, you can completely customize them, like with their color scheme. To you can change what they look like a little bit, but not too much. But it's a nice way to kind of fill in the ranks.
You supposed to be the town guard? Sorriest sight I ever seen. Now go on and run home if you know what's good for you.
As if I'd ever cede to vulgar bandits such as you. The Father shall strike you down for your sins.
Not today, you won't. But I'll let you take that up within yourself. Me? I've had enough divine judgment to last a lifetime. You know the drill, boys. Grab anything that's not nailed to the floorboards.